Welcome to my channel again. Let's see our first exercise on topic 2 functions. Consider function fx for these values here of x. The following diagram shows the graph of this function. Write down the domain and the range of the function f. So in order to write down the domain of the f, we have to observe about these restrictions here as far as the values of x is concerned. So the domain of f is the closed interval -2 to 4. The range of this function f, in order to find the range of this function f, we have to sketch or draw these horizontal lines here with equations y equals 6 and y equals 1. So the range of the f is the closed interval 1 to 6, or using this symbol here, 1.6. For the second question here, on the grid above, sketch the graph of the inverse function of the f, which is the range of the inverse function of the f. What do you observe? So, in order to sketch the graph of the inverse function of the f, we have, first of all, we have to sketch the line with equation y equals x, as you see here. And after drawing this line here, the line is y equals x, we have to detect some points that our curve passes through. So let's spot some points here. The point A with coordinates 4 to 6, the point B with coordinates 3 to 4, the point C with coordinates 0 to 3, and the point D with coordinates -2 to 1. So after detecting these some points of the graph of the f, we have to sketch the symmetrical points here with respect to this line y equals x. And these points, the symmetrical points, have the reverse coordinates of the point A. So the point A slash has coordinates 6 to 4. By reversing the coordinates of the point B, we have the point B or point 3, and the symmetrical point of C is 3.0, and the symmetrical points of D after is D slash 1 point -2. So after reversing all the coordinates of these 4 points of the graph that our function passes through, we can sketch the graph of the inverse function of the f. So, as you see here, be careful by sketching or drawing this graph of the inverse function of the f. It's a kind of like a reflection of the graph of f. So what do we observe? the range of the inverse function of the f is, as you see here by sketching these horizontal lines, the range of the inverse function of f is the closed interval -2 to 4. So we observe that the range of the inverse function of f is the same with the domain of f. So please be careful that the range of the inverse function of f equals to the domain of f. For this curve, write down the value of y-intercept. So, as you see here, the y-intercept is the point C. And the method in order to find the value of the y-intercept for each function is to substitute the value of 0 for x. So for our last question here, find the value of this expression. Our graph passes through the point A 4 to 6, so f of 4 equals 6. So for this reason, the value for the inverse function for 6 equals to 4. Our graph passes through the point B, 3.4. So f of 3 equals 4. So for the same reason, this value for the inverse function of f equals 3. Continuing with the point D, our graph passes through the point D. So the f of -2 equals 1. So for this reason, the value for the inverse function for 1 equals to -2. So let's find the value of our expression for the question D. Let's substitute our results here. 4 -2 and 3. So 3 times of 4 divided by -2. So our final result is -6. Thanks for watching.